The reason, and I'll tell you, I see reactivation Epstein-Barr all the time. I see it everywhere. And it is very commonly reactivated by something else that's going on with your immune system, right? So
Yeah.
COVID has kicked up so much reactivation Epstein-Barr in folks,
Yeah.
or other little viral things. As you know, once we kind of get it calm and quiet, it doesn't mean that it's gone. And it means that we just sort of have your immune system has the upper hand on it and it's
Mhm.
keeping it quiet. But there can and will be times down the road where you start to get that flare of fatigue again.
Yeah.
You know right what to do. I find it's just so under talked about, and it really has a significant impact on people's well-being, right?
Yes.
It's interesting because we, as the medical community, fully acknowledge the first time someone has sort of like a big Epstein-Barr eruption. We call it, oh, that's mono,
Yeah.
right? We give full attention to it and we treat it, and it's usually kind of younger kids or kind of high school or college age, and we'll say, okay, you don't have to go to school for a semester and stay home. Don't play contact sports, right? Because we're worried about that enlarged spleen. We give
Hmm.
them all sorts of rest, and so we fully acknowledge that there is an issue, that there is a disease state associated with Epstein-Barr, but
Yes.
we don't acknowledge that it can flare again,
Yeah.
or we just sort of gloss over it. Whereas remember, the other viruses that are in this herpes family of viruses, things like chickenpox, we
Hmm.
know back in the day, well, my generation, we got chickenpox, and then we would write it, you got it once, and then we know it can flare later in
I
life as
did
you
it
get old.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
as a kid in
cool.
the Philippines.
See, all right. And so
Yeah,
you
we
get
would
that
have like there would be a kid in the neighborhood that had chicken pox, so the parents would bring their kids to go play with that kid, that kind of thing.
isn't that amazing? I love that so much. Yeah. Which in a sense is kind of like some intentional biological warfare on our little kidlets, right? We're
Right?
like, I love it. I love it. I've heard of sort of folks trying to recreate those communities of sending like lollipops that their kids have had chickenpox through the mail, right? Where it's like, well,
Wow.
your cousins don't live nearby, but we want them to. I don't think the Postal Service loves us sending in live viruses through the mail.
Probably not.